Hollywood's hottest were on display at last night's Oscar Awards, so let's talk about fashion and beauty. We have our panelists here.
And joining us to tell us more, we have Beth Chapman from The White Dress by the Shore, makeup artist Dee Dee Nichol of Dee Dee Nichol's Makeup Studio, and fashion designer, the one, the only, Justin H. Justin Haynes, how you doing?
I'm good, great.
Nice to have you all here looking fabulous.
Thank you.
The first up to dissect, to chat about, we have Jennifer Lopez. Let's take a look at J-Lo, Jenny from The Block. Thoughts? Opening thoughts on Jennifer Lopez?
This is gorgeous.
Yeah?
We were just, only thing that we were just, discussing, and in my personal opinion, is just a lot of one color. She needs something to break it up, but by all means, the dress is absolutely amazing.
She tends to go for this very plunging neckline, which is sort of her go-to, which is beautiful on her, but I agree with Justin. I think that from a color perspective, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more color. It's sort of everything's sort of blending together.
Even
on
if
her.
it was a sash or something around the waist,
Yeah,
she just needed something to break it up.
To pop.
Nude bodysuit, but that being said, like a very nice nude color.
Right, that's gorgeous though.
But her beauty was beautiful.
It was beautiful, but she had a very nude face, and the dress was so nude that I would have liked to see maybe a little pop of color on her lips.
Maybe
if
that
you
would've
saw
been
the
it.
close-up of it, it was a sort of a bubblegummy pink, and I think maybe a little more color would have suited her.
Now, this lady won a lot of Best Dressed awards. We have Reese Witherspoon. Let's take a look at Reese.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's such Hollywood
was
glamour. White was such a trend on the red carpet last night, and it has been a trend through the entire award season. And I think she just looked absolutely stunning. This is the right silhouette for her frame, for sure.
And the dress was trendy though. I think it wasn't just a white. She had the right hint of black with it, so it was. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good choice.
Yeah, and I think her hair was very complimentary. It was very simple, and we saw a lot of really simple styles, but it still had some structure to it because the dress is very structured. I think
I
it
would have preferred her
worked.
hair up though. I think so.
It could have gone either way, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, how about our friend Scarlett Johansson? Let's take a look at her. I think she got kissed on the runway by John Travolta, and it was one of his 2 uncomfortable moments for the night.
He has a lot of those.
He was touching a lot of people last night. But what do you think about her as a fashionista?
I
Take
wasn't
it away.
a fan of this dress.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
All right,
Of
why
what,
not?
the style or the color?
Just the color itself. I think if the dress would have been fine if it was in a different color, I believe.
I actually like the color, and I like the color for her skin tone, but I feel like the whole look is very sort of severe, and even her face in this picture, she just looks so
She looks like
dramatic,
Maleficent,
and
huh?
it's too much.
Right, and I have no idea what happened with her hair here. She looks like a Marine. She looks like she has a high and tight. It's shaved on the sides, and then it's really square on the top.
Which I think is a great look, but maybe she just didn't pull it off so well.
Right.
I
Probably-
don't think
I think
well.
it wasn't exexecuted.
It's a low maintenance. What about Keira Knightley? Why don't we take a look at Miss Keira Knightley?
Well, we're going to give Keira a pass because she's pregnant.
I don't think there's any excuse though.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Ruffling
think I would use
feathers.
that as an excuse.
She hasn't been doing well this award season with the
Yeah,
fashion.
not at
I
all.
think, the color is difficult. I loved that this collection came down the runway at Fashion Week, and I loved all of the script and writing on it, but on a pregnant woman, there's a lot going on.
I just think it would have been great for her shower, like her
Yes.
Yeah.
baby shower.
And I think,
Exactly.
I
With a
think my
crown of
grandmother would
flowers.
be upset right now if she's watching, because I think she has drapes like that.
Yes. Yeah. And her hair is just hanging. So it's just, she just looks really drab all across the board. Her makeup looks very kind of simple and plain. So no pop. She could have maybe even put the hair up to, not look
No
so.
pop,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see if Jennifer Aniston had a little bit of pop. Let's take a look at J-Law. Looking good.
It was okay.
Always.
Wait, this isn't J-Law, this is J-Anne.
J. Annie.
Yes.
J. Annie.
Okay, what
I'm
do
working
we
on
think
nicknames.
about her?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it was nothing show-stopping to me. Like, it was just there.
It was a little quiet.
Yeah, it was-
Again, we saw a lot of this sort of non-color color on the red carpet last night, sort of a hint of color. And this was a really pretty neutral. The beading was beautiful. It just was a little quiet, and I feel, and Dee Dee can speak to it, but I feel like her beauty and her gown just didn't mesh.
Well, I think she has a signature look, and she doesn't stray from that, and
Yeah,
it doesn't really
that's-
matter what she has on. She had on a smoky eye and a nude lip, and it's very safe, and it's her
Maybe
her
that's
look.
just her thing, right?
That's her
Okay,
thing.
we're gonna rapid fire through some more.
Okay.
Let's go to next. I think we have Oprah.
All right, one word to describe Oprah's look. Anybody want it?
I don't like it.
All right.
I think it's appropriate for her, but again, it's a little quiet to me.
Natural hair, love it.
All right, here we go. The Gaga.
all over the
Let's take a
map.
look at her.
I thought it was good.
That's something. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like bubble wrap.
The red accessories just
Yeah.
were too costumey
Take the
for me.
gloves
Those
off.
gloves were actually made of rubber, which I can't even
Wait,
imagine
really?
how that
Like a
would feel
surgeon
after.
glove?
She must have
Yes.
been sweaty.
Like you're
It
breaking
was very
down poultry.
sweaty on the red carpet.
It's a good
so,
dress, though. I like the dress.
you know, I loved the beating.
Yes.
It was all a little costumey, but you know what? It's Gaga.
Well, she's not in an egg, and she wasn't being carried in by gold people. So I think
Exactly.
I think
shame.
that's toned down for her. I think
and the
it's a
dress
win.
is way too long. Way too. I was so worried she was going to
Yeah, she
trip on
needs
my
a
head.
hand.
too long.
All right, let's talk about Gwyneth Paltrow. That's her, and I think that dress looks like old Bazooka Joe gum, right? You know that look, that shade
Yeah.
that you got in the pack, and it was always really hard, but you ate through it anyways because it was really good.
The
What do we
silhouette,
think
though, was
about
chic,
it?
Though. Like, I love the fit of the dress.
The fit of the dress is
was
amazing,
amazing.
sophisticated. I think it would have been stunning without the huge flower.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
the flower in a different color.
It's a
You
great
know, just too
silhouette
much
for
pink.
her.
Maybe
you know?
more fruit stripe gum, different color. Julianne Moore, Best Actress winner. Let's take a look at her.
I like the dress.
Yeah.
I did not like it at all.
I like the dress.
I like the dress, but I loved her beauty. You know, I think it was
Yeah, I just think- I
age
think she pulled it
appropriate,
off
it's
well.
simple and clean.
There's something to be said for not wearing the right dress, but for rocking it.
Right.
is
She
true.
wore the dress. The dress didn't wear her. So I think that's what made it.
Oh, I
That
like
drop
that.
seam, I think,
Yeah.
makes it a little bit challenging from a visual perspective. If it did not have that, it would. it'd
Maybe
been
a belt.
prettier.
She needed something around the waist or a tighter waist, but I thought the dress itself, I think she wore it well.
Okay, panel. Last one. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
The Streepster.
Meryl Streep.
Hold on, time out. Everybody goes, aw. What does aw mean in
She's
the
I
fashion
think she's
world?
a fabulous woman.
She
And
is.
she is. She's great. I just think she could have done better on the red carpet.
Is that a
for Oscars.
pantsuit? I can't
It
tell.
is.
What do you
She
think,
looks like she's
Beth?
going to work.
You know, menswear inspired. I kind of love it. You know, she's been on the red carpet so many times, so I applaud her for doing something different. I think it's age appropriate. It's sophisticated. But you know, I always love a beautiful dress. It's the Oscars, after all.
Yeah, and Meryl has her signature kind of undone beauty look, and I think she stayed true to that. I don't know that I agree with it, but
Thank you so much for the work that you do, but we have one more person that you need to make a little judgment on. So I introduce Storm Team meteorologist Nick Bannon.